Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to AQINA Writers Podcast. I am Ryan Sierra, and we are here with Smalls Noodle of her channel. But together, we form one type of cast of AQINA Writers.
AQINA Writers.
Quill is never alone. That's what it is all about here. We're all about community, teaming up. So, tonight's Sunday, when we record this, and the original goal was to watch some House of the Dragon, but we've been watching instead some Avatar. And I haven't ever seen the Avatar movies until tonight, and everyone always hyped him up. And I always, in the back of my mind, I was like, yeah, they seem like they make good kino. They make a good blockbuster, fun thing. But I was, not much beyond that. I wasn't a hater, but I was a bit of a disregarder. I'm watching it right now, and we watched a lot of it like throughout the day. It's a really good movie. Small Zoodle, tell me about it.
So the thing about Avatar is it's about these indigenous people of Pandora, which is a very beautiful place. And it's about colonization, in all honesty. And it's like, it's very interesting because you see modern day, with fictional blue alien people, colonization in progress with modern capitalistic tendencies.
Yeah.
And you see that greed, and that's so interesting. And it's like it's very cool, story driven. It's very pretty. It's really cool, and I like it.
Absolutely. It's a very interestingly radical message, and I think this movie is fairly old now. Like, at least Avatar 1 came out when? Like 20, I feel like it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
Well, let's see. Oh my god, when did Avatar come out? Oh my god, 2009? Whoa!
Yeah, the second one just came out.
And then, wow, I thought it was like 2014 or something. Okay. So this is an older than 10 years, it's older than a movie. And yet it still has like really prescient commentary. And then you were saying that they're making a third one?
Yeah, so they have a third one. Let me look it up.
Go ahead and give me them deets.
Okay, so you have Avatar came out in 2009. Avatar: The Way of the Waters, 2022. Oh, I was right. It's coming out in 2025. Because remember I told you the third one was coming out in 2025?
Yep.
But I was like, I'm not sure. Look at that.
You're so smart.
And then Avatar 4, guess when Avatar 4 is coming out?
What?
2029.
Oh my god, so they're like really planning these sequels. Interesting.
Yeah, they like greenlit them during the they're like, we're gonna have Avatar 2, 3, 4. And they it's so interesting. Where are you at? What is this?
I am at my house.
Are you at your house? Are you in your house?
I don't have it on multiplayer server. Let's
interesting.
See. Let's see. So, what's on your mind in terms of what you've been watching or reading this week?
Well, I was gonna read actually more mythology.
Okay.
Because as you know, I'm a big ancient history nerd, as well as ancient to post-colonial history. So a very big time frame. I do enjoy politics, but I enjoy politics in the sense of we all deserve basic human fucking rights. And that's as far as statecraft that I go into.
All right, liberal. No kidding.
Sorry. But but I like to but like I think there's a saying where it's like, if we don't know the past, we're doomed to repeat it. And so many people, when they learn history, they don't learn ancient history for some reason, or they only do it for like Roman stuff, which is odd.
Yeah.
Like, they always go to statecraft, like modern shit. And I'm like, there's a reason why we're having a resurgence in fascism. It's because people don't like it's like, how are you not realizing the signs of fascism? Like that, like, have you not read its history book past like a certain point? And it's like, it's also really interesting because a lot of things that happened in the ancient world or in the Tudor era, is very similar to now. Like, if you think about it, the whole issue with Mormons and how they think everyone else like is a heretic, basically, and how we should have like no women in education, and you need to get married at a certain time.
Was it Mormons or evangelical?
It's both, but Mormons are really odd. I mean, both are odd, but like, I've heard stories from ex-Mormons that makes me legit think it's a cult.
Oh, there's a ton of those kinds of stories. I mean, that was back. I mean, I thought the lead singer of Panic at the Disco had a ton of like, escaping Mormonism stories.
Yeah. But Mormonism to me is cultish, so that's why I'm kind of like talking about it more, if that makes sense. Like, evangelical definitely can be cultist, but I'm like, in this specific context, I'm like, it relates to the fact that like Catholics of the medieval era used to condemn Protestants, like, to the point of death, and judge. It was a very interesting. There was not room for other religions, if that makes sense. Like, it was very much Catholic only. You don't have the freedom of religion. And guess what's happening today?
Mm-hmm.
Only Christianity, only radical Christianity. You can have no other religion. You can't have no other version of Christianity. So we're essentially reverting back to Tudor era, problematic, no religious freedom. We're essentially reverting back to what everyone in the Enlightenment was trying to fix with religious, tolerance. And then, we are still an empire. I know people don't like to think about it, and they pretend we stopped being colonizers, but we still are colonizing Guam and Puerto Rico and Alaska. We still have a U.S. empire for some reason.
Yeah.
But people think it's only in ancient history that empires exist, or only in colonial speak is it. I'm like, there's modern empires that should be dismissed. Like Russia's empires with how do you say it? Belarus?
And then there's lots of ableism on the internet too. Also, it's Belarus.
Belarus.
But yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of ableism too. And ableism was very ripe in the ancient world, and also in the medieval and Middle Ages and such.
Yeah, it was interestingly ritualistic. I remember learning in Western civilization in college. It was like part 1 that they said, and like, I don't know if this might have been like an old wives' tale, but they said that the ancient Greeks would like throw some babies in like a bath of wine, and if the baby had a poor reaction to it, then they would like throw the baby off a cliff or like get rid of the baby or something, because if it had a bad reaction to wine, it meant that it had some sort of condition or syndrome. Maybe like a weird ancient way to tell for diabetes or something. I don't know. It's very interesting. I could always ask ChatGPT, but it's so interesting because I know people have been talking about ChatGPT and about how apparently they think their ChatGPT brown noses them and gives them like information they want to hear. And my ChatGPT has kind of corrected me sometimes. So it's weird. I don't know. I'm not at that level yet. Maybe they're just having some dirty little, naughty little relationships with their chat GPT. But
Yeah, it's